diary. I have been very grumpy this week, and I can't help it. I'm just having a really hard time this week, and I am a person who I journal, I pray, I meditate, I do the things that are helpful in coping with the stuff of life. And I'm currently in a situation that I don't want to be in, but I can't just hop out of it because money. So also, okay, sorry, I got distracted. Somebody just sent me a message. I'm just gonna say it. Because I'm so fucking sick of censoring myself, because I'm like, ooh, what if family hears me? Ooh, what if a coworker hears me? Mind your own business then, you know? And also, this is supposed to be my journal, and I can post it or not post it. I don't have to do anything. So I just want to say what I have to say, because I don't want to burn up anybody's ears, but I am just sick of it. I'm sick of where I am. I've lost that love and feeling for my job. This has been a long time. It's been in the process of me losing that loving feeling. For multiple reasons, but right now, what I feel is really like it feels urgent to me, like, let's change this now. Because we just moved locations, and it's costing me a pretty penny to show up to work, because I don't live in the same city. I took this job because I was hoping to learn and grow. I was like, oh, this sounds like a position where I could grow. I want to grow. I want to do more than what I've been doing. I'm not a sandbagger, okay? I'm not somebody who's just going to dig in their heels and, I'm going to sell lollipops for the next 50 years because, it's something, and it'll build retirement and whatever. I feel so frustrated. I'm in a place where I'm like, I am so frustrated with my life. I am not happy about where I am with, mostly it's work right now that's really got me upset. But then, so I'm kind of like in this mood where I'm just like pissy about everything. Oh yeah, and that pisses me off too. So I do feel like I don't have as much patience as I normally would for things and situations and stuff and people. So I feel kind of like I'm extra grumpy this week in particular. I don't know. Part of what frustrates me is that I feel like I want to do something different, and I don't know what it is. So how am I supposed to look for the different job when I don't know what? What kind of different is it? Do you mean you want to sell balloons on a cruise ship? Is that the kind of difference you want? Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's not what I'm looking for. Balloons on a cruise ship. Maybe I should see about getting a job on a cruise ship. Huh. I like to travel. I would be traveling. But I know enough about working on a cruise ship. Like, then you're stuck. Then you're there. I don't know. Do they do it by contract? This morning somebody mentioned living in Alaska, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I'm going to move to Alaska, and I'm going to work there. What am I going to do when I go there? I don't know. But I want to experience Alaska in all its glory, from a safe position. I want to see grizzly bears, but I don't want to actually dance with one, okay? I would love to give one a hug, but I'm not an idiot. They have big teeth and claws, and they are like, yeah, I'm not doing it. So, but I would love to live there. I know what it is to move to another location. When I left my ex, I moved halfway across the country to Colorado, from Ohio to Colorado, and to start my life over. Intuitively, I knew that's what I needed to do. Like, I literally heard it, not with ears, but in my heart space. I heard, if you're going to start your life over, you need to go to Colorado. And I heard it twice, and I was like, sold. I'm doing it. And it was time to just flip the table, flip it. Do something different with your life. I'm kind of feeling like that. I'm going to flip the fucking table. I'm ready to go. I don't know what. People, if traffic is stopped, what do you think? We got our fingers up our nose or something? Maybe there's an accident. If you're so worried, get out of your car and go see. I don't know. People are goofy. Sorry, I'm doing this while I'm driving home from work. So, yeah. Like, I don't even know. And that's the other thing. I'm just feeling, I'm tired of spending all my time. So I chose, okay? I chose to take this job knowing it was more than a half-hour drive to and from. It's been a 40 to 45 minute drive for me. So I work a 40-hour week. Well, you add the drive time, and I'm practically working 50 hours a week. Okay, that's wearing me out. Okay, so I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. Now we moved locations. We're even farther away from where I live. So that's, And in the morning, for some reason, the morning commute is not bad. But the evening commute is longer than anticipated. And I'm just like, dude, are you kidding me right now? So, yeah. And I'm like, and the job hasn't panned out the way I thought it might, okay? Nobody promised me anything, but I thought. The things that were said to me led me to believe, oh, there's potential here for you to do this, for you to do that. And none of that has panned out. And part of it is because along the way, I'm just not even going to go into it. There's all kinds of stuff that happened this year, and what I want to say is it's nobody's fault. Like I said, nobody promised me anything extra, but I saw potential. I believed potential. I was told there's potential. And yeah, there's just been a lot of things that I feel have been mishandled as well, which has added to my aggravation. But now I'm at a point where I want my time back. I want my life back. I am not the job. It's not my life. It's not my life. It's a job. It's a means for me to support myself so I can live the life I want to live. That's not happening, and I'm fucking over it. I'm sick of it. So, yeah. And then not only that, but like I said, I don't want to do the same thing I've been doing for a long time. But I don't know what the next thing is. So that has me frustrated. I'm feeling like I think I need to talk to a job counselor. I don't know any job counselors. Who am I going to talk to? So, yeah. I'll have to Google that and see. I'm sure there are job life coaches. I do know a life coach. I know a couple of them that I could talk to about this. And that might be a way for me to go. But anyway, I'm like, am I becoming a grumpy old woman? Because I never wanted to be that. You know, like that movie or those movies, Grumpy Old Men. And I have known personally plenty of grumpy old men that weren't even really old yet. But they just already settled into the grump, you know. Grumpy and they want to be catered to. No. You're a grown-up. Take care of yourself, for God's sakes. What do you think? I don't know. So, see, I think I am. I'm getting to be a grumpy old lady. And I don't want to be. I want to be a vibrant, fun old lady. I'm not even old. I shouldn't be talking about myself that way. But it's weird when you hit your 50s, okay? It's weird because you know what starts happening? First of all, when I hit my 50s, people were still like, oh, what are you, like 45 or whatever? I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I am. But I was really proud. Initially, I was like, I think I'm doing good for 50. And then I got around, you know, this group of people. I was working with a bunch of young people. And they knew my son. And so they're like, oh, you're his mom. Oh, so then in their heads, they're like, oh, that means she's about this age. And then they're like, oh, mom. So it was the first time in my life that people treated me like I could be their mother. Okay? So they're not like joking with me. Like all of a sudden I was aged, whether I wanted it or not. All of a sudden, and it really pissed me off. It hurt my feelings. And I just I went into a place of like accepting it. And I know I'm freaking all over the place, but this is like all the things, man. I'm telling you, like this grump is like eking into all areas of my life. But anyway, yeah, this is a weird thing. It's a weird thing to reach this age and you know you're not an old person. But, you know, when you're around all these young, and I like to be around younger people because they help keep you young, you know. When they share their silliness, when they share their life with you, you know, and they're like, hey, you want to go do this? Hey, you want to, you know, they keep you young. But I've crossed some kind of, I don't know, I've crossed a threshold in my 50s. And I know most women do, at least, probably men too. I can't speak for a man because I'm not a man. But you get in your 50s and you're like, fuck that. Fuck that shit all the way to hell and back. No, I'm not putting up with it. You just do. You're just over so many things. You might as well say you're over all the things. You're not taking shit off nobody. And you might have said that in your 30s, but let me tell you something. When you hit your 50s, you are not taking shit off of nobody, okay? It's different. It's just different. I loved my 40s. I was like, how about I stay in my 40s forever? Especially the last half of my 40s, because I finally had the courage and loved myself enough to say, I gotta leave this marriage because it's killing me. It's toxic. I can't do this anymore. And that was the best thing I ever did for myself. No, I take that back. The best thing I ever did for myself was learning to love myself and sticking to it. Sticking to it. Anyway. this is what my journal really is like. It's all over the place. Probably because I have ADHD. No, I haven't been officially diagnosed, but I've been around enough people with that have been diagnosed with ADHD, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you got ADHD." I'm like, shit, you know. And most of my mental health issues, I've had depression and anxiety issues, panic attacks, off and on since my childhood. All of it undiagnosed. I didn't go see a doctor who said, "Oh yeah, she's got, you know, it's a panic attack," and, you know, blah blah blah. There was no guidance. There was no. It was just weirdness. I described it as, I feel homesick, but I am home, and it's freaking me out, and I don't, you know, I just felt So I would try to be alone. It didn't help me to be around my family. I would sorry, wipers. Sometimes I would. Anyway, I'm rambling all over the frickin' place. I'm saying that because I'm like, first of all, you know, in our country, it's like, oh, you know, talking about mental health is taboo. How fucking stupid. If you have a toothache, you need to talk about it, and people are going to say, yeah, go to the dentist now. If you have a tooth issue, let's go. But when it's mental health, we're going to act like there's nothing going on. How fucking stupid is that? Like, if you see the check engine light come on your car, you don't friggin' ignore it. Well, it's the engine. I just got 4 new tires, so I'm going to call it good. We'll check, you know. I'll pop the hood when I get home and see what's going on, you know. Knowing nothing about it, is that going to do me any good? No. So anyway, you know, and then also, who can afford a therapist? Who can afford, you know, there's just, I am so sick of life. Life is not meant to be this way. I do not believe it. The way we live and put up with shit in our society, I'm fucking over that too. I'm so over it. You know, people act like, well, you know, having food and air to breathe and water to drink, that's a privilege. No, motherfucker. That is a basic human right. God, what kind of assholes have we become? Well, you don't get to have health care because you don't qualify because of this, that, and the other thing. All the taxes we pay and we can't have health care? Really? No. And I'm sorry if I'm stepping on your toes, but don't watch my journal if you don't like what I'm saying. Ugh. That's how I feel. I'm telling you. And I don't like feeling grumpy old lady stuff. I know I'm not an old lady. I have to stop saying it. But I am older. And it's like, you don't understand. If you're young, you don't understand it. You reach your 50s and you feel it in your bones. Like the FTS comes from your bones. There's somebody mean in there. It's not mean. It's like you have been through your battles. You're battle hardened, I guess. And you're like, you know what? I've lived all these years and I survived. And who helped me survive? Who was that? Who's been living in my body with me? Nobody. It's been me. That's how I survived. Me and God and the universe, whatever you believe in. Yeah. So no, I'm not putting up with stuff. I feel like I know that, for instance, okay, I know that this is the Lunar New Year it's the Chinese New Year. It's the year of the wood snake. And the snake is a reminder of rebirth. You know, because the snake, when it grows, it gets to a certain point and it sheds its skin. Oh, I'm going to go. You're just crazy. So, that's what this year is about. It's about rebirth. Now, I'm a spiritual person. I was raised Christian, so I got that in my roots, you know. but I'm a spiritual person now. I'm not practicing Christianity, but I believe God, you know. I love Jesus. I just have a different perspective on all that than I used to have. That's all. But anyway, so yeah, this is the year of the wood snake, and the snake is a reminder of rebirth, because as they grow, they shed their skin, and that is how I feel. I feel like I feel like I'm ready to shed my skin and just get on with it. But also, like I said, how do I... It's almost like, yeah, you're about ready to get on with your new life, you know, where you're in your new skin. You're almost like, you're almost there, and I'm not there yet, and I'm getting really impatient because I'm so sick of my old skin. I'm so sick of it. And I don't know where the new way of living and being, I don't know how to step into that exactly. I don't even know if any of this makes sense, but I needed to vomit it all out anyway. I just feel so... I could cry. I probably will cry. I should cry. I should let myself cry, because I can just feel the pressure building, you know. It needs to come out. But I mean, I've been crying off and on almost every day for a couple of weeks. That's bad, dudes. I mean, it's good to let it out, but something really needs to change. That's what that tells me. Something seriously needs to change. And I'm like, I don't know. How do I step into the new path if I can't freaking see it? You know what I mean? Like, where is the new path? I don't see it. I'm thinking, if I try to step out now, I'm going to run right smack into a tree or something. So, yeah. So I think I'm going to drink some water and go cry. I don't know. But anyway, that's it for today.